Hello, gamers. Hello, happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. I hope you all have been having a good day so far. I've been having a surprisingly good day. It's been alright. It's been okay. So I hope the same can be said for you as well. Let me go ahead and go over to game screen. Yeah, alright. And we are back with some more 428 Shibuya Scramble. Hello, Black Blue. Hello. Last time... we ended the Osawa route. We ended the Osawa route of the game, and I'm really... rather than saying that I am bummed about it, which I mean, I kind of am, you know. I would rather say that it was just really, really good. This was a really solid route overall. A really solid character all around. So I'm really happy with it. I'm really happy with this route. I think that I like Maria more as a character, and I think that Maria's route accomplishes what it needs to accomplish. I don't know if it's like, I don't know comparatively in terms of writing if it's more impactful than Osawa necessarily. There was like that one good scene between Boss and Tama, and then, well, and then after that, I don't know. I don't really know what happened. But as things are right now, I think these two routes are pretty good in their own ways, I would say. So sad that it ended, but I did like the finality of it. Yeah, it was pretty good. This whole scene in the garden, it was it was meant to be like this final like impactful shot, and I really loved it. The whole scene of the wife being here, and then she's like standing in the garden, and it doesn't say anything. It just kind of sits on that scene of her before it fades out. Is really good. So anyway, today we started a little bit of Kano's story for the time block. We can continue with Achi, but I think we're gonna try and continue with Minorikawa and hope that we don't get to a place where we're blocked off. Because I assume, unlike the regular time blocks, this time block is like two hours into one time block essentially. So I assume that Minorikawa is going to end his story at 1900, and then it's just kind of Achi and Kano until the very end. So with all that said, let's go ahead and start Minorikawa's story. Chiaki can't move. Hang in there, Chiaki! Just keep it together! Minorikawa rushed to her side and offered her a hand. Surely it hardly matters at this point. You're not going to make it on time regardless. That was me. Look at me, I'm being an asshole, Katayama said coldly. And in any case, if 4-star General Gossip doesn't get released, it's Toyama who's going to be in trouble, not you. I dare say the world would be better off with one-third rate gossip, a rag less anyway. Shut your mouth, Chiaki snapped. If the gossip doesn't come out, I am going to be in trouble. An article I've written is supposed to be in next month's issue. It's a piece I've worked my very hardest on to the very end. A piece Mr. Mino saw fit to put in the print. I mean, technically we contacted Chiaki with the thing of like, hey, I can't really do all of this myself, so can you help me? And then you've kind of learned on the job, but sure, yeah. I mean, it's not like we didn't see anything in her in the beginning. Like, she does have potential, but sure, that's one way of putting it. And so, if all that goes away, yeah, I'll be in trouble, all right. Chiaki's leg wobbled as she struggled to get back to her feet. Chiaki, Katayama said, your zeal is a marvelous thing. Worthy of admiration, even. But when it comes to work, results are all that matters. I'm sad to have to put it that way, but I must be honest, it's just common decency. It's just common decency. Katayama glanced at his pocket watch. You have 57 minutes and 10 seconds remaining. At this rate, you won't make it to the interview venue before your time's up. Frankly, I don't even think a further extension of your deadline would make any difference in the end. Damn it! Minorikawa ground his teeth. just eat the jam off your knee and keep chucking on. It's like it's the fakest blood in the world. There's like the blood earlier scene where the scene where Kanan killed everybody in the bar. Is like, yep, pretty. It's like one of the fakest blood scenes that I've ever seen. But sure, they're dead. He wondered if he should just leave Chiaki here and go interview SOS by himself. He could expand the article on SOS, then work a small part of Chiaki's interview piece in to at least fill the layout. Right now, the single most important thing was getting the magazine out of the door for Toyama's sake. But if he did cut most of Chiaki's copy, after all she'd done, he might wind up totally killing her passion for being a writer. I have to stop waffling. Professionals don't let their personal feelings dictate their decisions. I can help Chiaki work through her emotional struggles later. Chiaki, that's enough! The young woman got to her feet, staggering as she began to climb the stairs. I'm not giving up, she said under her breath. I can't give up now. Though obviously in pain, she struggled to keep her legs moving. Damn, I can't do it. Look how hard she's fighting to stay in the game. I can't tell her I don't need her article now. Releasing the next issue of the Gossip wasn't just going to save Toyama. It would save Chiaki as well. Minorikawa couldn't abandon either one of them. Which left him with a hell of a dilemma. He needed to make a decision. If he didn't stop wavering soon, they'd be out of time. But try as he might, he couldn't come up with a plan. Then he heard a familiar voice behind him. If you're wondering what path to take... allow my taxi to be your guide. Hell yeah! I forgot about him. I brought him up last episode, too. Of course I remember him. I remember you. You're the best of us. Minorikawa spun around to see Kimizuka standing there. Where to, sir? The driver asked. Despite his polite demeanor, his pride was obvious. Mr. Kimizuka, I appreciate the thought, but with this traffic... Traffic? I see nothing of the sort. Okay, sure, but... Well, I see the traffic. I don't know what you're talking about. He's the true hero of the story. He really is. Minorikawa was well aware of Kimizuka's capabilities, but the prospect of cutting through the chaos that currently filled the streets was more than a little daunting. When you know this town as well as I do, there's nowhere you can't go. All right. What other choice do I have? Guess I gotta trust you. This will be my last request of the day. Minorikawa pointed down the street. Take us to... I don't even know where we're going. Okay, there's 4 choices. I don't remember where we're going. Take us to Bride in Uraharajuku. Take us to Inferno in Uraharajuku. Take us to Labyrinth in Uraharajuku. Did you have any place in mind? Well, I'm getting a bad end for sure. I don't remember what it's called. Is it... I think it's Inferno? Take us to Labyrinth. Take us to the Labyrinth in Uraharajuku. A complex series of passageways designed to be difficult or confusing to navigate, a maze. It will indeed be quite easy to get lost or disoriented in a place where Minorikawa is going, and where you're going too, but any maze can be solved with enough effort. All you need to do is perseverance and wit, though taking frequent notes wouldn't hurt either. Best of luck. Okay. That sounds foreboding. That's like, I don't know if you chose the right one. Well, I guess we'll see in a minute. The Labyrinth in Uraharajuku, you say? Kimizuka quirked an eyebrow. I don't feel like this is a good choice. Is something the matter? No, nothing at all. Hurry up and get in. Okay. Oh, sure. Whatever you say, whatever speed drifting you want to do, I guess. Just don't kill anybody. Remember when you killed Achi in that one timeline? You know, I remember that. As soon as Minorikawa and the others had climbed into the cab, Kimizuka tore through the Shibuya's network of narrow side streets. The passengers in the back seat jostled roughly back and forth at the sound of screeching tires. "This is altogether far too excessive," Katayama murmured, wincing his head as his head bounced repeatedly against the window. "To think we allow such inconsiderate driving here in this country." Chiaki, meanwhile, had opened her laptop and was somehow working furiously to finish her copy. What? What? Girl, you don't have to do this. You don't have to do this. The sound of her fingers clicking across the keys echoed within the vehicle. "How's it going, Chiaki?" Minorikawa asked. "Just a little more." Her eyes were glued to her monitor, her face all seriousness. Kimizuka glanced over at Minorikawa. If I may ask, sir, what business do you have at this labyrinth?" "Just a little interview. I hear a local gang called SOS uses the place as their big hangout." "You're interviewing SOS?" "Sir, I feel it might be best not to get too involved with that lot." There was something about the driver's warning that seemed a little off. "Do your taxi driver connections tell you what SOS is up to?" Minorikawa asked. "Originally, there was something of a vigilante corps. Oh, also, yeah. In that one timeline where he accidentally hit and killed Achi, we learned that he knows Achi for some reason. So he must know SOS. Originally, there was something of a vigilante corps in the name of keeping the neighborhood clean and safe. But lately, I hear nothing but bad things about them." Those loan sharks had said something very similar. Minorikawa reminded himself that he'd better be on his guard. Katayama chimed in. "And just how do you plan to go about interviewing a gang like this?" "It's nothing for you to worry about. I have a plan." "Oh ho. And just what exactly is this plan?" "It's a secret." Katayama gave him a derisive grin. Clearly, he wasn't impressed. Minorikawa turned to look at Chiaki. She appeared too engrossed in her copy to even hear the conversation. I realize this is for work," Kimizuka said worriedly. "But do you really need to take such risks?" "Yes, I do." Minorikawa thought back to the look on Toyama's face. That look when he finally regained his confidence. He couldn't let Heaven Publishing go under. Toyama provided the canvas on which Minorikawa shared his art with the world. Look at his goofy face. Thinking about it now, Minorikawa realized he'd always been chasing Toyama's shadow. Though it was galling to admit, that man had been the ideal Minorikawa strove to live up to. That was why he hated seeing Toyama reduced to such a pathetic state. He wanted Toyama to remain indomitable, to keep bustling down any and all obstacles in his own peculiar way. Still, Minorikawa wasn't about to voice these feelings aloud. He felt more than a little embarrassed to be taking it all so personally. Now look at your goofy face. When you take on a job, you give it 100% every time. That's what makes you a professional, he said. Wouldn't you agree? I do indeed, Katayama chimed in. But you have to demonstrate that 100% is limited in the limited time you have left, which, by the way, is 51 minutes and 30 seconds. And I will not budge in the slightest on that submission deadline. Please do keep that in mind. I'm starting to think more and more that you're not Alphard. In which case, who are you? Are you just a guy? No, that can't be. He has like a super suspicious face. Right? I don't know. I don't know. The man took another look at his watch. I've got half a mind to break that thing, Minorikawa told him. Breaking my watch will not stop time. Minorikawa shot him a furious glare, but Katayama's composure was unwavering. The guy was unflappable, and the only way Minorikawa was going to be able to put him in his place was to meet his damn deadline. Easier said than done, though. He wanted to use 30 of the 51 minutes he still had to write his article. Way to judge a book by its cover? Listen, alright, he has a super suspicious face, and he showed up once in the entire story, and was like, hello Kano, wonderful weather we're having, waha, and he left. He's super suspicious. That only left him with 20 or so minutes to get the material. Kimizuka suddenly slammed on the brakes and the cab skidded to a halt. Minorikawa stared through the windshield in shock and saw a smallish, boxy minivan weaving erratically along the road. "Oh, look out! That thing's heading our way!" "Don't worry, sir," the driver replied. "Just leave this to me." Keeping his cool, Kimizuka dexterously steered them clear of the oncoming vehicle. Interesting. I assume that's holding Achi and company in there. And then I also assume that that minivan... Yeah? Well, it's a theater troupe, but I assume it's them. Is being driven by members of the Wandering... Okay, well, never mind. They have nothing to do with anything, I guess. They're just here and doing that. Sure. The vehicle is being driven by members of the Wandering Angels theater troupe. They are on their way to return the dry ice machine they used in their performance to Endo Electronics. The machine is malfunctioning. Yeah, I forgot about that. Continually spitting out white plumes of carbon dioxide. The troupe members inside the van are beginning to suffer from oxygen deprivation. Roll down the windows, my guy, and are driving around Shibuya in a daze. Will they be able to make it to Endo Electronics in the end? That's the least of your worries right now. There's a whole virus outside. What the heck was that? Minorikawa asked. I'm not sure, Kimizuka said, but let's hurry on our way. Nimbly manipulating the gear stick, he stomped on the gas once more. Alright. Here we are, sir. Did I choose the right place? Inferno. I didn't choose Inferno. I chose Labyrinth. Okay, sure, whatever you say. Whatever you say. They pulled up outside the dilapidated old pool hall. You're a lifesaver. Minorikawa clapped a hand on Kimizuka's shoulder. Just be sure to be careful, sir. Minorikawa nodded. What? Huh? What? Chiaki asked, looking up. What are we being careful about? Nothing, Minorikawa said. You just wait here in the car. You still got that copy to finish up, yeah? Well, yeah. Alright then. Chiaki frowned but resumed her typing. And you wait here too, Minorikawa said to Katayama. But of course. That goes without saying. I'm not gonna go in there. I'm not gonna go in there, are you stupid? Incidentally, you have 49 minutes and 6 seconds remaining. Minorikawa did some quick mental math. Mental math. With half an hour he'd already set aside, that left him with 19 minutes. However dangerous SOS might be, he couldn't afford to hesitate for even a single second. Maybe the carbon dioxide poisoning will protect them from the UA virus. I guess you're trading one thing for another, though. You know, either way, maybe we might die, but that's okay. Bracing himself, he stepped out of the taxi and headed for the pool hall. I didn't choose Inferno. What was the choices then? Maybe they were supposed to be bad ends and they were just like, oh, whatever. We don't have time. Just go with it. Phew. Minorikawa took a deep breath as he approached the grimy door. Here goes. He drew his leg back and gave the door a hearty kick. What the heck? What is this place? What? Huh? I spoke way too soon. I don't think it's about. I think this is a bad. You did pick Labyrinth indeed. I did pick that. I didn't think. You know what? Cannot open time chart during this scenario. Huh? Okay. Minorikawa had come to a pitch black void. A cold wind blew from deep within the darkness, carrying with it the sound of a bestial roar. It almost looks like a dungeon of some sort, Minorikawa said. Oh man, Ichiban would love this. Ichiban would be like, oh my gosh, I love this. But, man, well, I anticipated this much. Did I? He pulled a fountain pen from his pocket. It's no good bringing your gear with you if you don't actually equip it, he said. I hate... This isn't even the most bizarre bad ending that we've ever gotten. Like, it really isn't. Pen clutched firmly in his right hand, he strode boldly into the darkness. No takesies backsies. I can't believe the game said that. It was like, no, you can't back out of this. You're gonna see this. You're gonna see this bad end. Oh, a branching path, huh? Amazing. I can totally read it. He'd been walking for some time. Now up ahead, there was a T that led both left and right. And that sign looks pretty important. Minorikawa peered closely at the 4 lines written there. The honest one tells no lies. A liar never tells the truth. 1 is honest, 2 are liars. See if you can find what's true. How do you know this is a bad end? I mean, it might not be. It might be that if you get this correct somehow, you don't have to go back to the very beginning. Will I get this correct though? I don't know. The honest one tells no lies. A liar never tells the truth. Okay. 1 is honest, 2 are liars. See if you can find what's true. Yeah? Okay, sure. Aha, seeking the truth, huh? That's something I can get fired up about. Minorikawa has decided to go to the right or to the left. I can't even pull up the text log. They just said you can't see anything about this. Okay. Obviously, I have to go straight. That's what that means. Dang it! What does Kurapika say? What does he say? It was right is the right way, so go left, right? I think is what he said. Wait, no, I'm about to Google this. I'm about to Google this. Why do I not remember this? No. Does Kurapika say go left or right? Kurapika explains that that most people will choose to go right, so he says it might be better to go left. Yeah, oh, okay. So, let's go left. Is that a Hunter x Hunter reference? Yes, what's the worst that can happen? Let's go left. After making his way along a chilly passage, he emerged into a chamber of about 10 square meters. What? What? A blue cat wore a white sign around its neck. I'm black and white. What's that all about? The blue cat's heavy head wobbled as it answered Minorikawa's inquiry. Oh, that was Minorikawa speaking. It's a hint. A hint saying that whatever it is black and white. I get it. So by getting hints like this, I'll eventually be able to solve some riddle and win the challenge. No questions, please. Tama, she's back. I know. I guess this is somehow, you know what? Somehow Maria is like unconscious, but that doesn't excuse the fact that she managed to show up here. She just showed up here and is like, I have to do this. You don't understand. All you get is what's written here. Now go forth. Is that it? Wouldn't we normally have a battle here? No, that's not my thing. What are you talking about? It only makes me hungry. Besides, that weapon of yours is way too flimsy. Minorikawa stuffed his fountain pen back into his pocket. A pen is best used as a pen, the blue cat said. But more importantly, the cat lowered its voice. There's a liar in here. A liar? Yes, of course, I would never tell a lie. But everything the red cat says is untrue. The red cat is a liar? Alright. Yeah, a bold-faced liar. The boldest faced of all. Alright, but you're already lying. I mean, you're holding up a sign that is lying. So I'm not inclined to believe you. I'm gonna say that you're a liar, and then the red cat should be truth, and then we'll meet another cat who is a liar again. Boldest faced, huh? Keep careful notes with that pen of yours and carry on. I'm not taking notes on it. I'm just not doing it. Bye! With that, the blue cat scampered off down the passageway. Minorikawa followed in the same direction. What the hell? He came to a dead end. There was a large hole in the floor. A ladder extended through the darkness. There appeared to be no other way to continue. Minorikawa headed down. From the bottom of the long ladder, another passageway stretched out. Minorikawa squinted, but it was too dark to see how far the tunnel might go. He could still turn back, but it wasn't the Minorikawa way to bail out after coming so far. I think you should, man. If your reality is distorting in this sort of way, I think you should just go back. I think you should just quit. He walked onward, never looking back. After a while, he reached another T, a choice of left and right again. Minorikawa went... Oh, should I change the answer? Are you sure I can't... Okay. I can at least pull up the main menu. They said you can't see anything. Alright, cool. Is it left, left, right? Or is it left, left, left? Or is it left, right, left? I'm gonna go right this time. Hey again. I can't move under my own power. Okay. The blue cat greeted him unenthusiastically. As before, it wore a sign around its neck. Minorikawa read the message. I can't move under my own power. Huh. He jotted the words down on the palm of his hand. Ah, shoot. I wrote can't moat by mistake. He tried to rub out the misspelled word on his finger, but only managed to smudge the ink around. You got that? Yeah, you got that. Later then. Hey, hold on. Minorikawa called out before the blue cat could disappear. What is it? The cat asked. Oh, I kind of messed up the note I just took. Then hurry up and fix it. Sorry about this. Okay, got it. Later then. Hold up. What now? I have to ask. Are you the liar? No, I'm not. The red one is the liar. Really? 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 You can rest easy on that. Now, I really do need to be going. I haven't even met the red one. I don't even know where the red one is. Wiping away the text from the whiteboard around his neck, the blue cat turned and vanished into the darkness. Minorikawa followed in the same direction. He came to a dead end. There was a large hole in the floor. A ladder extended downward through the darkness. There appeared to be no other way to continue. It was practically begging him to climb down it. From the bottom of a long ladder stretched another passageway. Minorikawa squinted, but it was too dark to see how far the tunnel might go on. He was starting to think it might be a good idea to turn back, but he couldn't bear giving up now. He walked onwards, never looking back. Maybe this is the timeline where the Ua virus gets out. Oh. After some distance, he arrived at a four-way intersection. Oh, okay. Wild that this is just in the middle of Shibuya. It's just here. You know what? Between crazy ladies who are just like, I'm going to take your souls, and then people who have, you know, life-threatening viruses and stuff like that, and it's just like all of Shibuya is in danger. This is pretty normal. This is alright. This is normal. A sweet-smelling aroma wafted in from the passageway to the left. Minorikawa went. Is it a trap? I'm gonna go straight ahead. After walking down a stretch of dreary passages, he arrived at another small room. There's no one here this time. Silence, complete and utter. There isn't anyone here? He scanned the surrounding darkness, but saw no sign of anyone lurking nearby. Bleh. Well, if no one was there, nobody was there. Minorikawa decided to press on. Then a voice called out from behind him. Please wait up! I have 4 legs. Ah, shit. Which one of you is the liar, then? Ugh, sorry, I mean, I guess. Technically, like a cat, like an actual cat, has technically 4 legs. They don't have arms, per se. I mean, they do, but... Didn't mean to keep you waiting. The red cat came rushing in. My apologies. I'm not such a great runner. The cat smiled and jingled its chubby tummy. So yeah, I'm the honest red cat. When I meet someone for the first time, I say nice to meet you. If I've already met them, I say hello. If I can't remember if I've met them, I fall back on nice weather we're having. Minorikawa read the words written on the cat's sign. I have 4 legs. Got it. Once he jotted down the hint, Minorikawa slipped around the red cat and started down the passageway beyond. Oh, are you leaving already? The red cat called after him. Yeah, I've already seen the hints. Won't you take it a little bit easier? How come? Is there some sort of problem? No, it's not that. Well, if there's no problem. Minorikawa headed onward. The red cat hurriedly caught up and made his way past him, holding its big head in his belly as it ran into the darkness. Alright, there's a large hole in the floor, and naturally there is a ladder, and so we headed down because that's what we do. Huh. Do arms count as legs for a cat? This is a question to ask a vet, obviously, not me. I don't know, maybe? At the bottom of the absurdly long ladder was, as expected, another long, narrow passageway. No longer harboring any thought of turning back, Minorikawa pressed onward. Man, I want to go back. If I was going to choose... So, the answer was Inferno. The place is called Inferno. But if I had known I was going to get a whole labyrinth section, I was going to be like, let me try something else, like, that's a little bit easier, maybe? After some distance, he arrived at a 4-way intersection. A breeze was blowing from the passageway to the right. Minorikawa went... What happens if I go to the right? I assume I'm gonna get a bad end. I don't know. I feel like I'm going insane. Is there a right answer to this? I assume there is, but it's like, how would I know? Straight ahead? To the left? Oh, good job on making it this far. You! But you're a liar too! No! It was the green cat. And the white sign around its neck read, I'm yellow. I mean, you have yellow on. Huh. Well, may as well note that down, I guess. Minorikawa grumbled quietly as he did so. When he looked up, the green cat was giving him a pouty stare. Hey, what gives? It asked. What's with the attitude? Huh? You don't think I'm being helpful? No, not especially. Not especially? Seriously? Ugh, you don't think I'm some no-good liar, do you? Aren't you a liar, though? My, how disrespectful. And after all I've done to give you good info. Well, that's it. I quit. Green cat out. Well, you called yourself the green cat. You mean good info? Nope, too late, man. I ain't telling you nothing. You got jack squat now. Wow, you're pretty pissed off, huh? Go ahead and tell that lying blue cat, and let that lying blue cat deceive you for all I care. Wait a minute, but... Didn't the red cat No, the the blue cat said the blue should I have been writing it down? Man, no. The blue cat said that the red cat was a liar. The blue cat said that the red cat was the blue cat said that the red cat was a liar. The red cat said, "I'm telling the truth." The green cat said that the blue cat is a liar. I think is how this goes. And with that, the green cat hippity hopped away. What the heck? Minorikawa murmured. It's a cat, not a rabbit. But wait, the blue cat is a liar, and the green cat said that blue is a liar. Yeah. So is the green cat telling the truth or lying? I think the green cat is telling the truth. Maybe. I don't know. Continuing his way, Minorikawa just jumped straight down. You're just like, whatever. Mario, just Mario it. It's fine. Just before crashing headfirst into the floor, Minorikawa spun around in midair and landed nimbly on his feet. He had fallen a few dozen meters. After a while, he reached another key, a choice of left and right again. Minorikawa could hear feline mewling coming from a passageway to the left. He went. So go to the right, is what you're saying? Don't follow the sounds. Yeah? I don't know. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. I went to the left. And then I died. Cool. What the hell? In the next room, the red cat stood, slumped and wheezing. The writing on the sign around his neck looked like scrawling worm tracks. Hey there, the cat rasped. What does that actually say on your sign? Oh, I should have been writing this down. You did say that you were going to say something specific if you met people again. So I would know if you're the liar from that. I think you're consistent. I think you are consistent with what you said. Oh my gosh. Okay, fine. Hold on. I'm getting a piece of paper. All right, cool. Amazing. Great, awesome. I guess the question is, do the signs count toward their truthfulness since they aren't technically saying the phrase? Right, yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. Is like, well, in that case, the green cat is not really that suspicious. Huh. All right, let me try and write down what I remember. What did the red cat say? The green cat said that I am yellow and that blue is a liar. You seem truthful. Seems truthful. Okay. I don't even remember what the blue cat said. I think blue cat is kind of sus. I don't know. Kind of sus. Let's just say that. Red cat, kind of out of shape. Kind of out of shape. All right, cool. We have notes. I mean, I can't read it is all. The cat peered at him dazedly. It seemed utterly exhausted. Carnivorous. The word came out as a reedy little whimper. Huh? Say that again? Carnivorous. Carnivorous? Ah, right. As in something that eats meat. The red cat nodded. So should I take that as I'm carnivorous then? The cat shook its head slightly. But it's referring to an animal that eats meat, yeah? The cat said nothing. Right, I got it. You don't need to say anything else. Not wanting to prolong the labored conversation any further, Minorikawa quietly slipped away. Okay, so yours, Red. Red said said carnivorous. But when we asked if it means I'm carnivorous, it said no. Is this gonna be important? am I gonna get to all of this just to get to a bad end in the very end of it? Okay, cool. From what I remember, Blue said that I'm telling the truth and that Red is a liar. Right. Blue did say that. I should write that down. Red is a liar. And Green said Blue is a liar. Yeah. And Red said I'm telling the truth. Okay. Telling the truth. Okay, let's see. I think Red might be... I don't know, I think I have to meet with Green again, but let's see. There's a hole through the door, so the floor even. So Minorikawa dived through it. Yippee! After falling for a better part of a minute, he landed on the floor below and set off briskly down the corridor that stretched before him. Hey, looks like you finally made it. Who the hell are you? It was a brown cat who greeted him in the next room. Congratulations! It bowed repeatedly in satisfaction. Oh, I made it through already? That was easier than I expected. What the fuck, Brown? I feel like I've been here before. I don't know why. There's something that I read today, like literally today, earlier today or last night. It said like, oh, this is brown, and then it was orange, and I was like, why? In what world? Huh, I'm having deja vu. The cat let out an amused snort. Its long whiskers bobbed about gracefully. Now then, based on the hints you've gathered, you need to answer my final question, it said. Are you ready? Sure thing. Once you've given me the answer, you can't change it, all right? There's only one correct answer? Only one. Are you ready? Given the hints from the honest cat, what is the answer to the question? What? Huh? From the honest cat, who am I? I'm gonna die. Oh, okay. If you highlight them, you can't actually see them. For some reason, my up button is not working. That's always a good sign. That's always a really good sign. Can I use my keyboard? Oh, I see. I see what it is. Okay. It's once you pass... I think it's once you pass through them, you can't go back. Is what I assume. Let me get my... Oh. Also, who is the honest one? What do you mean? I'll give you 10 seconds to think about it. Huh? Go. The red one. Yeah? Am I gonna die? I'm sorry, man. Huh? All of a sudden, the trap door opened beneath Minorikawa's feet and he plummeted down the hole. You died. You died a painful death. What? Return to the dungeon entrance. Return to the surface. Go to sleep. Return to the surface, man. Oh, okay. I have to get out of here. I have to go. I have to go. Let me out of here. Oh god. What just happened? You don't even get a bad end, it just time travels. I know! That's weird. Item 6, the Legendary Gang. What do I do? I love the Labyrinth. Do I want to go back and do it again? It's not blue. It can't be blue, right? I think it can't be blue. Can I skip past this? Take us to Bride. Take us to Labyrinth. Did you have any place in mind? Why do you think it's not blue? Wait a minute, hold on. Okay, so I died last time, right? And I chose that red was the truthful one. And blue said, I'm the truth, and that red is a liar. And red said, I'm telling the truth, and that was a lie. And green said that blue is a liar. So if you're the truth and that red is a liar, and that was true, that means that blue is the truth and that green is a lie. I think. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, I'm just wondering. It's just kind of vibes based. It's just kind of vibes, you know. I think it might be blue. Blue is the truthful one then. Yeah. Yeah, that must be it. Because green said, like, how rude. You're so rude. I'm not going to give you any more hints. But then they gave us one more hint and said that blue is a liar. So you didn't follow through on that. So blue must be the truthful one. I think. I don't know. Quite honestly, we may just spend the whole stream on this. First of all, Inferno is the correct answer. Bride is... Does Bride give us something different? I'm gonna check these other answers first before we go back into the labyrinth. Take us to Bride in Ura Harajuku. Bride in Ura Harajuku, you said. Kimizuka quirked an eyebrow. Is something the matter? Well, no, it's just that Bride is a martial arts pub with a limited, membership, and I happen to know they've hit their cap. Oh, really? Mr. Mino, Chiaki said quietly. She tugged on his sleeve, but he ignored her and kept talking to Kimizuka. A martial arts pub, huh? Could swear I heard that it's the SOS hangout. It's an interesting place, the driver told him. The girls cosplay as anime characters, but the fighting itself is for real. Mr. Mino, Chiaki squeaked, but he still ignored her, bemused by this new information. So that's the kind of place that those SOS kids hang out in? Mr. Mino! I guess if you want to see someone get knocked out and... What is it, Chiaki? Is this upsetting you? Inferno. Huh? You want to go to the Inferno in Ura Harajuku. That's the SOS place. Inferno? Inferno. Kimizuka's voice betrayed his surprise. Ah, right. Minorikawa said, Inferno in Ura Harajuku. That was it. Yeah. Take us there, if you would, Mr. Kimizuka. To Inferno, sir. Kimizuka arched his eyebrow even higher than before. Is something the matter? No, nothing at all. Hurry up and get in. Alright, we're back here again. I want to see very quickly if... This should be the correct answer. If I go inside, we should not get a whole labyrinth. In which case, I'll stop and go back to the labyrinth, I think. I like how Chiaki said you can't go to Bride, but doesn't care about going to the labyrinth. I know, like, nobody stopped me from going to the labyrinth. They were just like, yeah, have a nice time. Whatever. It's like, okay, cool. Hopefully the answer doesn't change each and every time I go into the labyrinth. Because that would be crazy. That would suck. I'd be like, what the hell? Do I need to take such risks? Yes, I do. Believe me, you don't understand what I saw in another timeline. I saw craziness. Alright. Still, Minorikawa is a red. He's red. When you take on a job, you have to do it 100%. That's what I learned. Okay, I'm still going to be an asshole because that's what I do. Wahaha. Who are you, my guy? Who are you? You're just a random guy. You can't... But you're not... Alphard should be busy doing stuff right now. Huh. Also, this slammed on the brakes. Oh, I have a lot. I have a lot to scroll through. Oncoming vehicle from the theater troupe. What the heck is that? I'm not sure, but let's hurry. All right, cool. Here we are, sir. Inferno. You're a lifesaver. I want to know if the labyrinth thing is not, if it's mandatory. They put that whole thing in a game. It might be just like a side option thing, in which case that would be really cool. But it would also be interesting if it's just like, no, it's mandatory. You have to go in anyway. You have to go and do this anyway. Okay, here goes. Alright, cool. Alright, you people, shut up. Shut up. Let me go back. Take us to Inferno is the correct choice. Do you have any place in mind? Did you have any place in mind? Kimizuka's eyes went wide. Do I have a glimpse into a young lady's mind? He asked. Look, I'm sorry, but we're in a big hurry here. Don't make me have to repeat myself. Yes, sir. Thanks. Very well. Then here goes. Kimizuka cleared his throat and adopted a look of artistic intensity. What's going on? I want to say it, but I can't say it. I thought today might be the day, but when our eyes met, it felt so cold. I'm wandering alone in a labyrinth of love. Why can't I show you how I feel? Look back my way. No, don't look back. If I do ever share my feelings, what happens to us then? That's a river we won't be able to uncross. I want to wreck things, but I don't really want to wreck them. I'm sorry for pretending to be so upset. I want to get some distance, but I can't get that distance. I can't do this over the phone. I want to forget, but I can't forget. That day about half a year ago. It was such a... Minorikawa is just this dumb face, and he's not saying anything to cut him off and be like, what is happening? What? No. It's such a trivial thing, and yet I treasure it even now. I want to say it, but I can't say it. Even if I did. Even if I could. Like a shell caught in a pounding surf, caught and tumbled back and forth. More than friends, but not quite lovers. Not quite lovers, but more than friends. My apologies, Mr. Kimizuka. I should have repeated myself. To Inferno in Uroharajuku, if you would. Very well, sir. Alright, cool. What the hell? Okay, Minorikawa appreciates good writing. I don't think he did. I think he was like, you know what? Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Okay, this time, for sure, we're going to the labyrinth. And I think if I do a good job... No, I didn't mean to do this. If I do a good job, we might actually be able to continue with the story as if nothing happened. A complex series of passageways designed to be difficult or confusing to navigate. A maze. This will indeed blah 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 blah. But any maze can be solved. Any maze even can be solved with enough effort. All you need is perseverance and wit. Though taking frequent notes wouldn't hurt either. You know what? Sure. I can't skip through this. Can I? Here. We're to here. So back up. Here. Alright, cool. Now let's go. Let's go and repeat the same scenario over again. Am I even gonna get the same... Is it gonna be the same answer each time? I hope so. Do I remember the way that I took? I don't. I don't. Also, they gave us like the first thing there that had like the A, B, C, D, F, G answers, and they all had question marks on them. I think the right thing to do there was to actually wait and be like, what the hell is this? I don't understand. All right. Phew. All right, here goes. I'm sure nothing bad's gonna happen. Whoa, whoa. What the heck? What is this place? All right, here we are again. Here I am once again. All right. I can't skip through it. I can't go back. I can't do anything. You cannot open the time chart during this. No cheating. It's no good. All right. A branching path. All right, last time I went to the left. Left. This time I'm gonna go to the right and see if it even matters. See if you can find what's true. Okay, sure. To the right. After making his way, okay, 10 meters. I have whiskers. I have whiskers. All right, I did meet somebody new this time. Let me start making notes. Let me start making notes. So first off, this is my second run. I started by going right. And then I met Green Cat, who says I have whiskers, which you do. Wait. You do. But you do. Oh my god, is it gonna be different each time? That can't be. No. Is it different based on what you... If you go left or right, it's different. If you go left, it's always the blue cat. If you go right, it's always the green cat or something like that. Maybe? Okay. The green cat wore a white sign around its neck. I have whiskers. What's that all about? The green cat grinned proudly at Minorikawa's inquiry. It's a hint, the cat said. It's saying that whatever it is has whiskers. Oh, okay, I see. We're describing a thing. Yeah? Whatever it is has... Wait, I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. Were we doing that on the left path too? Or is this just specific to the right path? So we have to follow the through line? Well, why is it translated as I have whiskers then? It's saying that whatever it is has whiskers. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. Cool. Well, assuming the blue cat was telling the truth last time, they ignored what was written on the side. What was written on the signs. Oh yeah, that's true. Man, I don't know. Just get me out of here. Get me out of here. Huh, I see. So by getting hints like this, I'll eventually be able to solve some riddle and win the challenge. I can't answer any questions. All you get is what's written here. Now, proceed. I don't need to fight you or anything. Nah, it's okay. I'm not really much into pain. Instead, I'll leave you with a warning. There's a liar in here. A liar. Yes, the blue cat is a liar. Only the green cat tells the truth. The blue cat is a liar. Okay, blue is a liar. That I tell the truth. Okay. The green cat is speaking as if they are not the one the sign is referring to. Yeah. Am I not supposed to even be paying... Yeah, maybe I'm not supposed to be paying attention to the signs at all. Maybe they just have no point but to be red herrings and to throw you off. The blue cat is a liar. Keep that in mind and be on your way. You mustn't believe what the blue cat tells you. Alrighty then, see ya. Cool. Scampered off. You didn't hop off. I think you were the You were the cat that hopped the last time. Came to a dead end. Okay, there would be no other way to continue. Headed down. We're gonna spend the whole stream in here. This is the whole stream. It's just me figuring out how does this work. He walked, never looking back. Sure. After a while, he reached another T. So I'm gonna go... Last time I went to the right. Let's go to the left this time. Hey, again. Oh, never mind. I went to the left. Hey, again. The blue cat greeted him unenthusiastically. I can't move under my own power. As before, it wore a sign around its neck. Minorikawa read the message. I can't move under my own power. Huh. Ah, shoot. I wrote, can't moat. Yeah. Okay, the blue cat said... Blue cat says, I can't move under my own power. You got that? Later then. Hey, hold up. Okay, what is it? Well, I kind of messed up the note, then hurry up and fix it. Sorry about this. Okay, I have to ask, are you the liar? No, I'm not. The red one is the liar. Okay, so we're back here again. I'm not the liar. Red is the liar. Ah, gosh, okay. I have whiskers. Or whatever it is has whiskers. Blue is the liar. I tell the truth. I can't move under my own power. I'm not the liar. Red is a liar. Oh my gosh, okay. Really? Really? You can rest easy on that. Now I really do need to be going. Wiping away the text from the whiteboard around his neck, turned and vanished into the darkness. Followed in the same direction. Well, you did just move. I guess it depends on what you mean by the sign. There appears to be no way to continue. Practically okay. So we just went there again. It was too dark to see. Okay. He couldn't bear to give up now. He walked onward, never looking back. In some distance, after some distance even. I went straight ahead last time. I will go... I will go to the left. Following the fragrant aroma, Minorikawa arrived at a small room, and what the hell? Is that the one... Is that the suit that Chiri was wearing? Bro, okay, a chicken was standing there grilling up some rice cakes. It had arranged them on a grill over a charcoal brazier and was using a brush to coat them in oil. Am I gonna die? They look delicious. Minorikawa swallowed, his mouth watering. Hey, mind if I have one of those? He asked. The chicken gave a nod. If you have some seaweed to wrap them in, they're ready to eat, but... Minorikawa took a look around. If someone was cooking rice cakes in a dreary place like this, it seemed reasonable to expect a shelf or something with some seaweed nearby. See, you're thinking about delicious in dungeon, okay? That's a different story. After all, there was a charcoal grill set up and everything. He soon caught a whiff of the scent of the seashore. Where was the smell coming from? There wasn't any sort of shelf. After a moment, he realized that the aroma was coming from the walls themselves. He reached out to touch one and felt the telltale coarse texture of dried nori. I see. These black walls are the seaweed. Now it made sense that the chicken had come to a place like this in order to grill up some rice cakes. Did it? Does it? Huh? Minorikawa grabbed the edge of one wall and and peeled a piece off. Well, in that case, can I just eat my way through here? But then, the entire wall began to shake. Its structural integrity was compromised. Oh, what gives? What's going on? Oh. A section of the wall toppled toward Minorikawa. It was heavy. Far heavier than seaweed ought to be. And then I died. Okay, well... well... Then the other walls began to collapse in around him. Oh! You died. Again. Okay, so I'm not supposed to go there to the left. Don't do that. Don't do that. Return to the dungeon entrance. We're gonna do this again. What the heck? What is this place? I said for the third time. Minorikawa, okay. So, I'm gonna go the same... but does that mean all of my points, all the notes that I took on the right side, are those... do those matter? I don't even know anymore. I'm gonna go the same route that I did the first time. And see if I can't follow that. Because I think... I'm pretty sure that the blue one is the honest one. I think. You know what? Maybe I can just keep guessing. Just keep guessing until I eventually figure it out. Maybe. Aha! Well, I decided to go to the left. And I should meet the blue one first, right? Yeah, I'm black and white. What the hell? No, you aren't! I'm the truth and red is a liar. You said that both times. I'm black and white. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, I have it written down. Okay. I'm black and white. Okay. I wish there was a good... I can adjust the brightness. Well, at least that's one thing I can do. I wish there was a good, a good way to skip through, things. I don't think there is. Settings. No. Obviously, I'm supposed to be able to like push down, and if I push down on the D-pad, it would usually let me skip through text. For some reason, this one is very, very special. More importantly, there's a liar in here. A liar? Yes, of course, I would never tell a lie. But everything the red cat says is untrue. But that was true. That ended up being true. And it can't be, if you're telling the truth there, then it can't be green. It's blue. It's blue. It has to be. It has to be. Okay. The ladder extended down into the darkness. There was no other way to continue, so I just went down and tried my best. Okay, yippee. Too dark to see how... Okay. He walked onward, never looking back. Where did I go last time? I went... left. I think I've gone left all the time. To the right, even. To the right, even. I went to the right this time. Again. Hey again. Okay, you greeted me. You've greeted me the same one. I can't move under my own power. Interesting. So you'll say this either way. You'll say hey again, but I didn't meet you the first time. It's just kind of specifically locked to each path that you take. Okay. I have to ask, are you the liar? No, I'm not. The red one's the liar. Yes, you can rest easy now. I'll be going. Okay, so no matter what what clues I get, I'm pretty sure it's the same answer either way. Essentially. Alright, so I climb down yet again. From the bottom of the long ladder stretched along another passageway. It's too dark to see. Couldn't give up now. This is where I'm going to be faced with a choice of meeting the chicken. I'm not gonna do that. Let's just go straight ahead. After walking down the dreary, okay, nobody was here. Silence, complete and utter. Saw no one lurking anywhere nearby. Well, if no one was here, decide to press on. Please wait up. Okay, here's the red cat who says, I have 4 legs. Okay. Didn't mean to keep you waiting. My apologies, I'm not a great runner. So yeah, I'm the honest. Okay. I say, meet you first time. Nice to meet you. If I've already met them, I say hello. Well, I know you're the liar anyway. I know that you're the liar anyway because I got a bad end once. So, I don't need to pay attention to this. Well, if there's not a problem... He also said that he wasn't a great runner, and I mean, he's always running. I mean, it's not necessarily a lie, though. Maybe there's no correct answer. Maybe the game's just trolling me. I'm gonna spend hours and hours in here, and it's just like... There's no correct answer. The breeze was blowing to the right, so I decided to go to the left. Unless I want to get new information. I guess I'll go straight ahead. Ah, you're back again. I live in Africa. I didn't want to meet you. I know you're the liar. Minorikawa, I live in Africa. Huh. No need to worry. The red cat only ever tells the truth. You seem to be in pretty bad shape there. Well, anyway, guess I better move along. The red cat hurried to bar his path. What is it? Oh, nothing in particular. Could you please get out of my way then? How come? Because I need to keep going? Where are you going? Onward from here. Oh, I see. The red cat frowned and clicked his tongue. Did you just click your tongue at me? Of course not! Ha ha ha. So there's a route where you can go where you can just never meet the green cat, ever. That's unfortunate. Can you imagine getting to the final thing and being like, green cat? What green cat? I didn't meet any green cat. Okay. He landed with an elegant flourish like a gymnast finishing a routine. Alright. Could hear feline mewling coming from the passageways to the left and right. This is new. What the hell? Oh my gosh. He went to the right, straight ahead. To the left. Go to the left. Maybe it keeps going until you meet all 3 cats. That would make sense. Hey there. Okay, you're gonna say carnivorous, right? Yeah? Yeah, okay. You're gonna slightly shake your head and be super vague about it. You don't need to say anything else. There was a hole in the floor, so Minorikawa... Alright, cool. After falling for a better part of a minute. That's new. I think that's new as well. Huh. Hey, looks like you finally made it. Yeah, congratulations. Oh, I made it through already? Please don't give me another bad end. I think I know. So you don't have to meet the green cat. I never met the green cat once during this playthrough. I have whiskers. But you do have whiskers. So green was telling the truth. Whatever it is, blue's a liar. I'm telling the truth. But okay, but it's a two-part statement, right? You said I'm not the liar, and that red is the liar. I have whiskers. Whatever it is, it has whiskers. Blue is a liar. I'm telling the truth. They're two-part statements. So maybe green... Oh my gosh, I'm gaslighting myself again. Maybe green is the correct choice then. No. Another... Okay, in another route, green said I'm yellow. You're not yellow necessarily. You are wearing yellow. But you're not... I'm going with blue. I'm going with blue, and that's my final answer. Are you ready? Sure thing. Once you give me an answer, you can't change it. All right, there's only one. Only one. Who am I? A lion. Corn. A newspaper. Othello pieces. A penguin. A banana. A banana. Oh. It assumes that I chose this one last time. I didn't. But it's grayed out as if I chose it. Okay. Or maybe I did accidentally click on it? So what am I supposed to be doing? Am I supposed to be... I'm supposed to be figuring out what it is that they're describing? And then figuring out... okay. So don't listen to you. I'm black and white. I can't understand. I get crushed under the weight of my own power. I have whiskers. Ah, man, I think I'm screwed. I can't go back up. Once you see the choice, you're locked in with it. A banana. Also, who is the honest one? I'll give you 10 seconds to think about it. I think it's blue. I'm gonna die. No! I can't do it. I can't do it. I think I know the answer if you mind, I think I know the answer if you mind if I give your thoughts. Do you want to figure it out? I'm gonna try again. I'm gonna try again. I want to see if I can't figure... Now that I know that, it really is just a question of who's telling the truth. The thing that they're describing is... So red is a liar. No, we don't actually know that anymore. We don't know. Shoot. I didn't realize that I accidentally misclicked last time. I'm black and white. Two of these are the liar. 4 legs. I am yellow. Blue's a liar. I have whiskers. Okay, green has to be a liar then. Whatever you're describing... Yeah? Green has to be a liar, I think. And if that's the case, then blue has to be telling the truth. I think. So red and green are liars. Blue is the truthful one. And what are they describing? Black and white. I can't stand under the weight of my own power. All right, let me let me get through this. I'm thinking so much. If I don't get it this time, then maybe I'll ask for the answer, or maybe I'll just get up and get a snack because I am hungry, and that might be sort of impeding with my ability to think and say words. The honest one tells no lies. A liar never tells the truth. One is honest, two are liars. Two are liars. Two are liars. That's a typo. See if you can find what's true. It is harder to think about when you're hungry. Indeed. I should go different paths, I think. I have whiskers. You have whiskers. It's not describing that. I have whiskers. Whatever it is, it has whiskers. But you were telling the truth about that, actually. Hold on. Okay. Okay. All right. It's a hint. It's saying that whatever it is, it has whiskers. I can't answer any more questions. Now proceed. Okay. There's a liar in here. A liar. The blue cat is a liar. Only the green cat tells the truth. Only the green cat. Only the green cat. Okay, hold on. Only the green cat tells the truth. The others didn't say that. Which is consistent with what we know, that only one of them is telling the truth. Alright, so there's a large hole in the floor, a ladder extended downward into the darkness. There appear to be no other way to continue, so Norikawa headed down again, losing his mind, losing his sanity. From the bottom of the long ladder, another passageway stretched out. Norikawa squinted, but it was too dark. Walked onward, never looking back. Okay. Minorikawa went to the... I've never gone to the right before. Let's do it. Hello. I'm a fast runner. That's a lie. That's a lie. Okay, so everything... Wait, well, no. It's not describing you. It's describing a thing. Yeah? He found the red cat waiting. Hold on. Had a sign around its neck. I'm a fast runner. Huh. He took his pen out and jotted the words down to the palm of his hand. Have you got that? Yeah, I've got it. Anyway, I'm off. Wait, hold on. The cat stopped. The green cat earlier told me something. It said the blue cat is a liar. Ah, is that so? Well, what about you then? I only speak the truth. I only speak the truth. Okay. Well, never mind then. Never mind. Really. Whether you believe that or not is up to you. Anyway, I'm off. Okay. I dropped my pencil. Okay. I'm a fast runner. How does that work then? Because didn't... Green had the sign that said, I have whiskers. It's just saying whatever it is, that it has whiskers. Red said, I'm a fast runner. But he didn't really clarify about that. And then just says carnivorous. I only speak the truth. Okay. The beard between another other way. Let's just go figure out. Stretched another passageway. He walked onward, never looking back. Because why would you? Okay. After a while, he reached another key. This is new. Okay. To the right. Let's go. I'm round. The blue cat stood there, panting raspily. Minorikawa read the words written on the white sign. I'm round. That's right. And that's no lie. It's the red cat who lies after all. Right, got it. Make sure you hammer this hint into your head, okay? I'll be fine. I don't know about that. Right, time to move on, but as Minorikawa... Wait up. You don't need to be in such a hurry. Have yourself a little rest before you go. Doesn't need to be very long. No, I'm heading off. No. It's bad for your health. You don't understand. Scowling resentfully at Minorikawa as it went. You don't understand. I'm on a deadline. Okay. There's a ladder. It went down. This is new. A breeze was blowing from the right passageway. So I need to go to the left. Okay. Ah, you're back again. Okay, you're saying the same stuff? That you live in Africa? No need to worry, the red cat only ever tells the truth. Guess I better move along. What is it? Nothing in particular. Could you please get out of my way then? Where are you going? Onward from here. Okay, so for some reason the blue cat and the red cat really seem to hate Minorikawa. I don't know if that is that even a clue? What's a clue anymore? What is a clue? Alright, after some distance, feline mewling from the passageways to the left and the right. So I was here before, so let's go to the right. What? Is that just Doraemon? What the hell? What's going on? See, he still came to a small room and found the blue cat there. Read closely. Written here is the truth. Doraemon? I'm sorry. Just what the heck is this? It's the truth. This is? That's right. Okay, but I have no clue what it's supposed to mean. Stop your yapping and just note it down. Doraemon. Cats. Cats. Doraemon. Blue. Hold it right there, Buster. The blue cat snapped. What's the deal with that scribble? Scribble? Don't you go drawing garbage like that. Not after I've gone through such effort to share the truth with you. Hey, I just drew the same thing you've got drawn there, Minorikawa replied. Don't you give me that, you punk. Look closer. You'll see right here that I've... Oh, whoops. The blue cat quickly withdrew to a dark corner of the room and began erasing the picture on the board. Yikes, this is just something I scribbled down to kill time earlier. Give me a sec. What? Huh? It spoke each letter aloud, making the whole process rather slow. I don't have hair. So I need to get rid of the cat. Doraemon is not important. Okay, Doraemon is not important. Doraemon is not important. What is important? I don't have hair. Okay, now read this. I don't have hair. That's the truth. You got that, yeah? Yeah, sure. Make sure you note it down now. Oh, and don't let yourself get tricked by the red cat. See ya. That threw me for a second. I'm losing my mind now. This is where it's like, oh my gosh. Okay, the thing that you said that wasn't what you said. It wasn't the truth, and it was so. But was it? The blue cat vanished down the passageway. Minorikawa forged onward. There was a hole in the floor. Norikawa is completely fine with this. He's just like, yeah, typical Tuesday for me. What's the worst that could happen? Oh my gosh, that would be so crazy if I accidentally got a bad end here. Hey, looks like you finally made it. Okay, here I am. For real this time. Congratulations. Are you a brown cat? You look more orange to me. Am I crazy? Are you ready? Sure thing. You can't change it, alright? There's only one correct answer. Only one. Are you ready? Given the hints from the honest cat. Who am I? Oh. Okay. 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 Alright. Blue said, I am black and white. I like can't move under the weight of my own power or something. And that I'm not the liar that red is. And that I'm round. Okay. That's what blue says. Oh, and I don't have hair. Okay. Okay, green says, I have whiskers. Whatever it is. I have whiskers. Blue is a liar. Only green cats tell the truth. And that whatever it is yellow. Blue is a liar. Okay. Alright. I think that green... I guess it kind of depends, but I think that green is... But that would... I mean, would you say that a lion is yellow? I would say so. I mean, if you want to be, like, super basic about it, sure. I would say that a lion is yellow. Green. No, we just did green. Red says, I'm a fast runner. I have 4 legs. I'm telling the truth. Only I tell the truth. And also says carnivorous. Carnivore. I don't know. I don't know how to say it anymore. I don't know how to say words. Okay. Doesn't it seem as though the thing that red and green are describing are the same thing? Only blue is describing something a little bit different. Which makes me inclined to believe that blue is probably the correct one. Okay. A lion. I don't think it's a lion. The other two were describing something that could be a lion. But just because 2 of them were describing it doesn't necessarily mean that it was wrong, per se. Well, it kind of does, doesn't it? Yeah, it kind of rules things out. So, a lion, it can't be a lion. Corn. Only one person. Oh my gosh. Okay. Only one person was describing that. Green, right? Okay, never mind. Green was not describing that. Green said, I have whiskers. No one was describing that. No one said anything like that. Unless Green is a liar. I can't move under the weight of my own power. I'm black and white. Yeah, nobody was describing this. Okay, so not corn. A newspaper. I'm black and white. Okay, we have that. I don't have hair. Okay, that's true. These are all statements from Blue. I can't move under my own power. I guess, maybe? Sure, if you say so. I'm not the liar, Red is. That's true. I think Red is a liar. And I'm round. Oh. Newspapers are not round. It can't be anything that Green was describing. And it can't be anything that Red was describing. Okay, so it's not newspaper. It can't be newspaper then. Othello pieces. Ah, okay. Blue said I'm black and white. Yeah. I don't have hair. True. I can't move under my own power. I didn't get the exact quote. I think they said I can't move under my own power. Okay, if that's the case, true, you need to pick up Othello pieces to move them. Red is a liar. Kinda true. I'm starting to suspect. It's kinda true. And I'm round. All of these describe one thing. I think this is it. The other two were describing animals, basically. I think this is it. I think that Blue is the truthful one, and they're describing Othello pieces. Okay. Final answer, Othello pieces. Also, who is the honest one? Blue. I'll give you 10 seconds to think about it. Yeah! Yeah! Oh my gosh. That's correct. The brown cat said cheerfully. Now then, please make your way inside. And Norikawa headed down the corridor. Oh my gosh, I'm free. I'm free. What the hell is this? Oh my god, I'm playing Slay the Princess. He found himself facing a grimy door. There's no other way to continue. Here goes, he thought. He drew his leg back and gave the door a hearty kick. Oh, thank God. I'm free. I'm free. I'm free. I'm free. Okay. Holy shit. Okay. All right. What there was a story. You can't even go back and do that again. The game's just like, no, that never happened. What the hell was that? Did I hallucinate it? So the entire labyrinth was optional, basically. Basically. And I got nothing out of doing that. Cool. The mob of young men inside the bar turned as the sound of the door crashed open. Do you go through that every morning when you get here? Who the hell are you? Several of them started toward him belligerently. Just calm down and hear me out, he said. I've come to interview you. Interview us? What the hell for? These were hot-headed punks, all right. They seemed to be itching for a confrontation. Minorikawa felt a punch might come flying his way at any moment. Then another voice called out from further back. Hold up, guys. Hey. It was a young man seated in the far corner of the bar. His air of authority marked him as the gang's leader. That must be Susumu then, Minorikawa thought. When you say interview, do you mean for TV? Or like a magazine? Mind telling us who you are? The name's Minorikawa. I'm a freelance journalist. I'm doing a magazine piece about young people in Shibuya. All I'm asking is just for you guys to answer a few questions. Here's the... Oh my... I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. No. God damn it. Here's the answer to the science quiz from last time. Methane. I don't even remember what the question was at this point. I don't remember. I don't really care. I know that I didn't answer methane for sure. I think I answered like helium or something. Great, amazing. I'm crashing out. Oh my gosh. Methane has been tapped as a potential new energy source to replace fossil fuel or atomic power, but there are concerns about its tendency to exacerbate the global warming process. It's extremely flammable. The methane produced by food waste has been known to cause garbage trucks to catch fire. Ugh. I remember there being a question, but I don't remember what it was. I think it was something like, I don't know, something to do with balloons. I don't know. I don't know anymore. Susumu sounded less than enthused. Just 5 minutes, Minorikawa said. What do you say? Nah, I'm not in the best of moods right now. Go on, get out of here. Right, Minorikawa thought. He's going to make things difficult. But he hadn't expected these troublemakers to just up and accept an offer to appear in print. Now is when the real battle would begin. Guess I'll have to write my piece without your help then. Susumu took the bait and shot him a look. Right about what exactly? Your little warehouse raids. Warehouse raids? Susumu raised an eyebrow. What are you talking about? Really now? You're gonna tell me you don't know your boys are dealing in stolen goods? Blah blah blah. SOS doesn't steal, man. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. Oh yeah? Why don't you ask those two over there? Oh yeah. He spotted the two fellows he'd seen arguing earlier at the scene of the explosion. Now he pointed them out. Their faces betrayed their alarm. Susumu glared at them. Is that true? They averted their eyes and said nothing. I asked you a question. Have you been stealing stuff? After a long moment of surly hesitation, both young men nodded. You idiots. Susumu marched up to the two and without warning decked them both. How dare you sully the SOS name? Bro, you have no idea what your gang has been up to. Like, they're just causing havoc all around town. As the two gang members cowered, he continued to punch them repeatedly. Okay, enough with the beatdown. Minorikawa stepped up to intervene. Let's get down to business here. I won't reveal anything about the warehouse raids. In exchange, you give me my interview. How's that? Not a bad deal, I'd say. But Susumu ignored him, continuing pummeling the pair. Hey! Nobody's gonna play nice with a guy who flies out the handle and beats on people, you know. What'd you just say? Well, look at yourself. You're clearly not the cream of the crop here, kid. Oh man, well, I imagine going through all of the labyrinth and getting the right answer just to get a bad end here because Minorikawa decides to run his big mouth. Gosh darn it. No. No. At that, Susumu's fist finally fell still. The rowdy bar went completely silent. Say that one more time. I dare you. I'll put your ass in the ground. The gang's leader's eyes were red with rage. Minorikawa snorted, unafraid. Huh. That's the exact sort of line I'd expect from a total wuss who's all bark and no bite. Shut your damn mouth. Get the hell out of here. Oh, this is hilarious. SOS top dog is such a yappy little puppy. Susumu snarled like an animal. You son of a bitch. I'm going to beat your ass. Mr. Reno! Chiaki, did you have to go through the labyrinth? Did you see that shit? I'm all finished now. An ebullient voice resounded suddenly through the bar. Cheerful and full of energy, originally the term indicated a state of bubbling or boiling, so it's effectively a fancy word to describe someone as bubbly. How did you two get here? What's that? I see a regular door back there? Hold on. Hold on. No. That's not how this works. Chiaki? Minorikawa looked and saw that both she and Katayama had appeared in the doorway. I finished my copy. Could you please look it over for me? She thrust out her laptop proudly. Susumu stared in bewilderment. Who the hell are you? Oh, I was under the impression that you SOS folks were, being interviewed. Chiaki broke off, haltingly. Yeah, you're right about that. One by one, the gang members started to close in around her. Well, it's just... You look like you're really angry, is all. Oh, do we now? That's because we are pretty damn angry. Good grief. Katayama groaned. It would seem that getting your interview is quite impossible. By the way, you only have another... You shut up! Minorikawa snapped as Katayama peered at his watch. Just leave this to me. You two hurry and get out of here. No, wait. That's not my voice. That's not her voice. What the hell? No way, Chiaki said. What? Why not? Because I want you to read my copy, Mr. Mino. She looked him right in the eye. As blood is still on your face. This is no time for an editing session. He had to wrap up... Oh, these are long answers. He had to wrap up the SOS interview and fast. He didn't have much of a choice. He'd postponed the interview to read over Chiaki's copy. He understood how she felt, but this place was too dangerous. It was time to get Chiaki and Katayama out of here. I don't know, man. I don't know. Let's see. He understood how she felt. But this place was too dangerous. It was time to get Chiaki and Katayama out of here. Look, you guys need to leave. I'll give it a close read-through later. He gestured to the exit with his jaw, desperately hoping that they would take the hint. Hey, we can read it for you instead, Missy. SOS members swarmed around Chiaki and Katayama. You writing some smutty novel or something? One of the young men reached for Chiaki's laptop, grinning ear to ear. Knock it off! Don't touch that! She struggled to resist. Leave the girl alone, you scumbags! Minorikawa barked. The young men in the bar stopped and turned. Susumu was quick to respond. Screw you, man. Who are you calling scumbags here? Any guy who raises a hand to a lady is a scumbag. If you're looking for a fight, you can fight me. Just get your hands off the girl. You can fight me or Katayama. Katayama's like, wait, what? No. Minorikawa did his best to look unafraid as a couple dozen vicious gazes now turned back on him. Bring it on, Susumu said. Hey, someone go stand lookout out front. He snapped his fingers sharply. Get him. At the signal, Susumu's men quickly closed in on Minorikawa. Ow, it was like being caught up in a tsunami. He took a hard punch to the face and his vision went blurry. And then he got a bad end. Before he could react, he was hit again, twice, thrice, with punches and kicks. This is all very, very interestingly choreographed. The moment his first assailant paused, another joined the assault. 4 blows, 5 blows, 6. Minorikawa lost count somewhere around 30. A metallic taste filled his mouth, and he could feel his consciousness fading. All the strength was being battered from his body. He couldn't even tell if he was standing on his feet or lying on his back. Then finally, he felt himself crumple to the floor. Ow. Even then, the beating did not let up. As he writhed helplessly, the young man kicked him in his gut over and over. Stop it! He heard Chiaki's shriek. You're going to kill him! They're still in the room as all this is going on. Okay, I didn't realize. And then he died. Eventually, Minorikawa forced himself to go limp. Finally, the kicking stopped. Ah, crap, one of the thugs muttered, sounding panicky. Did we take this a bit too far? Yeah, maybe. Mr. Mino! Chiaki rushed to Minorikawa's side, sobbing. Katayama still does not care. He's just like, get me my copy, please. Please, she cried out. Answer me. He held his breath and said nothing. Mr. Mino! Tears streaked down her cheeks. She shook him desperately. Don't worry, he gasped out at last, holding a hand up to stave her off. She let out a yelp of surprise, staring at his battered face. He could feel blood trickling from the corner of his mouth. He turned his grisly visage on the gang members as he painfully rose to his feet. Abruptly, Minorikawa broke into peals of mocking laughter. Mr. Mino, are you okay? Not after going through that labyrinth, I'm sure not. Ah, man. Stop biting blast. It's like, So, is this a bad end? It doesn't, I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna lose my mind. That's canonically the bad end. Chiaki stared at him, aghast. He only laughed the harder. It seems he took a few too many blows to the head. The poor thing. The poor thing. That was me. Katayama averted his eyes, unable to watch. Minorikawa shot out an accusing finger at the crowd. Looks like I win this round. As the goofy music starts playing. Oh boy. What? Susumu blinked, dumbstruck. Don't you get it? Minorikawa said thickly around his bruised tongue. What I'm saying is, you're a bunch of idiots. Now then, if you'll pardon me. Oh, I get it. Surely I can write an article about the fact that they're stealing things. And not have to actually interview them. Oh, I get it. Minorikawa was halfway to the exit when Katayama's exclamation even, rang out. You were planning all along to let these guys beat you up, huh? Minorikawa jerked to a halt, his shoulders trembling. You knew they'd turn down the interview, and so by letting yourself get beat up, you'd have something to put in an article, yeah? It's a bit bogus, maybe, but I guess it's one way to get your material to fill your pages. That's a crazy thing to suggest. I'm sure it was Minorikawa's plan all along, though. Minorikawa broke out into a cold sweat. Shut up, you idiot. But Katayama continued with his oh-so-brilliant analysis. You sure pulled a fast one on this gang here. I wondered what sort of headline your piece should have. The twilight of Shibuya's legendary street crew? Former vigilante squad and now mere gang of common thugs. Something like that, maybe. We're gonna die. Susumu stared daggers at Minorikawa. Go on. I dare you to write that up. Then we really will put your ass in the ground. He moved to block the path to the door, clutching a broken beer bottle in one hand. You moron! Minorikawa bellowed at Katayama. I was this close to pulling it off. Ah, well, that's a shame, isn't it? Oh, look at me, I'm just so funny. Katayama replied. It's funny, the voice that I'm giving Katayama is originally the voice that I gave Kajiwara. Kajiwara, because when I first met Kajiwara, I thought he was evil, so I gave him, oh, look at me, I'm Kajiwara, blah, blah, blah. But he ended up being super goofy, and I think that voice still works for him quite well. Katayama has basically the same voice, but it's more evil sounding, and honestly, it's more evil sounding, more kind of an asshole, and a slightly deeper than Kajiwara's. So, Minorikawa rolled his eyes. Gee, you think? Susumu slowly advanced on them, beer bottle at the ready. Incidentally, Katayama said, you have 40 minutes and 7 seconds left. Good luck. Minorikawa hung his head. Everything was futile. Was everything futile at this point? What was that sound? Hopeless, pointless, ineffectual, not to be confused with feudal, which refers even to socio-political system of the Middle Ages involving lords and vassals and fiefdoms. All right, cool your jets. Is that Achi? I say that's quite enough. That's not Achi. What the hell? What am I talking about? That's not Achi. Achi's always wearing his big red puffy coat. What am I talking about? Susumu stopped and spun around. Kimizuka had entered the bar. The taxi driver stared out sternly from behind his sunglasses. All the young men in the bar fell silent. Minorikawa and his companions exchanged glances. Oh man, you... Susumu's face twisted up in awkward embarrassment. Kimizuka's tone was light and playful, but intimidating nevertheless. Oh, hey now. That's no way to address your teacher. What? What teacher? Wasn't Achi the original one? Achi, you don't tell me things. You didn't say that. Okay, I didn't realize. Kimizuka is just too badass to be forgotten. Truly, he was like, this is the final time block? I'm going to make my presence known here. Teacher? Minorikawa blurted in disbelief. Kimizuka nodded. Yeah, until last year I used to be a teacher. But I got into a bit of a dispute with my school, so I moved on. These guys here are all former students of mine. Why am I getting great teacher Onizuka vibes now? Yeah, this is... I bet that they drew inspiration from that sort of thing. It's like Goksen and great teacher Onizuka and all those different teacher types of manga and anime and stuff like that. Well, I guess Gokusen is like a... What is Gokusen? I think Gokusen might be a manga, but I know the live action one, I think. So I don't know. I don't know what it is. These guys in here are all former students of mine. Sorry that they're such a bunch of good-for-nothings. Wow, Chiaki said. I'd have never guessed. I thought since I wasn't their teacher anymore, it wasn't my place to butt in. But I couldn't sit idly by and let one of my customers take a beating. Kimizuka turned back to Susumu. This guy totally played you. Every last one of you. Susumu bit his lip in frustration. Still, it's hard to imagine anyone would want to take a beating from this many guys. All at once. So it's hardly your fault for falling for it. I mean, it's a little bit your fault. Kimizuka had switched gears from taxi driver to street smart mentor. You guys lost this one, he said. And for that, you need to give him his interview. No way. Susumu looked disgusted. Look here, kid, Kimizuka said. Let yourself save some face and help the man out. And maybe you won't come off as a bunch of total idiots in his article. He flashed an amicable grin. Well, when you put it that way. Fine, alright. Susumu blew out his breath in resignation. Susumu, you can't just let yourself cave like that. Oh, Kiryu! I don't have any more voices. I'm out of voices. I don't know. The nasty remark had come from a particularly nasty-looking fellow who slouched on the bar sofa. Minorikawa recognized him, the kid he'd encountered earlier that afternoon, wandering around with a wooden cudgel. You shut up, Kiryu, Susumu said. So what, you're just gonna let SOS make a mockery of itself? Kiryu demanded. The gang leader let out an annoyed growl but said nothing. And you still think you've got what it takes to run Shibuya? Shut up. I've already said I'll do it. Kiryu sneered sullenly at Suzumu's outburst. Mr. Mino, read my article. Sure, whatever you say, whatever you say. Minorikawa was just letting out a sigh of relief at being able to get his interview when Chiaki scurried back up to him. Please, can you read my copy now? Her face showed a strange mixture of confidence and unease. All right, he said resignedly. Let me see it. The proofing deadline was drawing steadily nearer. Still, if the piece wasn't good enough, he'd have to make her rewrite it again. He wasn't going to compromise on quality. Bracing himself, Minorikawa stared at the monitor. Chiaki swallowed hard, so anxious that it was audible. What are all these stickers, man? Minorikawa gave the piece a fast once-over, then read it again more closely. When he was done, he closed his eyes, considering. Chiaki held her breath, waiting for his response. It's okay. She looked back at him blankly for a long moment. Really? It's really okay. Is it really, really okay? It really is really okay. Minorikawa watched in surprise as she broke down in tears. Oh, thank you so much. Chiaki bowed profusely. This is such a strange place and time to be having this character arc wrap up. He gave her an affectionate little ruffle atop her head. She swiped at her face with her palms, scrubbing the tears away. So I guess I never really told you what sort of articles I want to write and all. No, I don't think you have. Well, I mean, I want to write socially conscious exposés like you do, Mr. Mino. Socially conscious. Minorikawa, socially conscious. Sure. And so, to hear you say that an article I wrote is okay, that makes me really, happy, I guess? Or maybe moved. Her eyes were bright with emotion. Well then, really. There was actually another writer who took inspiration from his work and who strove to be like him. Minorikawa had never thought a day like this would come. It was a peculiar feeling. He'd always been the follower, chasing after interviews in order to be more like Toyama. It made him feel both bashful and proud that the skill and soul he'd honed might be passed on to the next generation. Aw. Right, I should be off. Right, I should be off, it's me. Kimizuka! Kimizuka gave Minorikawa a slight nod. Minorikawa returned the gesture, but more deeply. You really have been a tremendous help today. I'm not sure where I'd even be right now if you hadn't been there for me. Oh no, not at all. I was just driving a customer around to where he asked me to go. Oh, that's right. I still owe you a fare. Opening his wallet, Minorikawa saw he only had a 10k yen bill. Still, now is no time to be frugal. Keep the change, he said as he handed it over. Like, actually, you owe me more than this. But even as he said it, Kimizuka was already handing him back some money. Here, I insist. The driver had already counted out the exact change in advance. You really are a pro, huh? When Norikawa took the money and stuffed it into his pocket. We'll meet again. Somewhere out there on the streets of Shibuya. Kimizuka pointed his index finger at Minorikawa's face, just like Minorikawa does with everybody else. Minorikawa responded in kind. Oh, okay. Well, that man truly was legendary. I was not expecting him to have such an importance. Like, I expected him to drive us around, but to, like, be like, oh, yeah, I trained SOS, I was a teacher at one point. It's like, oh, okay. Okay, I was not expecting that at all, in the slightest. That was interesting. That was interesting. We've saved here, and now is about time to wrap up stream. And I think now is a good place to stop, mostly because I'm losing my mind over the whole labyrinth. It doesn't even show up here. Like, it doesn't show up at all. Chiaki enters the bar. It's just from here to here. Yep, all of that happened in 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Because of that, I feel like my brain is fried, and I'm going to end the stream today. I'm going to end the stream today. But it was really fun. It was fun. I was not expecting this. Like, the game is really, really good at setting the tone of its story very early on. In saying, like, yeah, it's, like, it has good writing, but, and, like, the circumstances itself are very serious, right? Like, a virus is gonna break out in Shibuya. But overall, it's pretty goofy. Like, it's pretty goofy, not to be taken too seriously. It's just a good time. And I think that's one of the game's biggest strengths. That said, though, I wasn't expecting so much goofy stuff to be happening this late into the game. That's kind of a surprise for me. Yeah, it's just like, I wasn't expecting it, so it's very interesting. But at least you can say that you got past the labyrinth with the correct answer. That's true, I can now say that, even though the game doesn't acknowledge that the labyrinth was real. It just says, yeah, no, yeah, I'm sure something happened. I'm sure something happened. But alright, with all that said, let me set down the controller and look for somebody to raid. It is freezing in this room. Freezing. Can't wait for winter to be over. It's supposed to be the first day of spring, I think. It's the first day of spring. Everything is super duper bad because it's still snowing. I just want the snow to be over. Let's see. Hold on, let me check. Okay, let's go raid, hold on. Let me think. Let me think. Yeah, let's go raid Mina. She's playing some yandere game jam, like games. So let's go say hi, say hello. If you enjoy yanderes, have fun, I guess. I don't know. Alright. Cool. Well, with all that said, let me go over to ending screen. Yippee. Wahoo. Alright, cool. Let me get the raid ready. And go here. Alright, cool. Well, if you are here, thank you so much for hanging out. I really appreciate it. I will be back on... when will I be back? Tomorrow. Tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. I will be back tomorrow with some more Never 7, The End of Infinity. I think after this game ends, I do have the next like main game set up. I do think I know what I want to play. That said, I think I'm leaning towards some more one-off streams afterwards. So we'll see about that. We'll see what happens. But for now, have a wonderful night. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye bye.